to find out what's happening with you this week. So if you are a new friend that's coming in, welcome. If you're one of my older friends who has been with me for a while, thank you for coming back. It just means so much to me that you do. So this is indeed a timeless reading, but when I'm first releasing this, today is Halloween. So happy Halloween to all my dear friends, or Feliz Dia de los Muertos for all my friends who also celebrate that. I will be having messages from your ancestors and past loved ones tomorrow, or you'll see it when you see it, well, depending on when you're watching this. So speaking, since it's a Halloween kind of energy, we're using Beloved Tarot's The Witch Becomes Her, and it's all about different witches. So I'm gonna actually show you each pile first. So just look at it, see what draws you to it. Just kind of look at each one. See, maybe something's calling you to it from it. I'm actually like looking at them and I'm like, I'm being drawn to, I think, all of them. So yeah, that sometimes happens. You can be drawn to more than one pile, and you can just go ahead and look at each pile that you were drawn to, and just take what resonates. That's how we do it. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in, close our eyes, clear our mind, shift our body a little bit. And now as we exhale and open our eyes, choose whichever pile draws you to it. All right, let's do this. Okay, so we're filming our this is how we film lifestyle. So here we go. Blade Witch. Oh, I do like this. So this is your overall energy for the week. Blade Witch and offering. Beautiful. And this kind of does have to do with the Dia de los Muertos. And then the Blade Witch is actually quite reminding me a lot of the Queen of Swords energy. So yeah, the direct, the precise, the relentless. I do really like this energy. I also feel like with the blue, I'm seeing lots of third eye chakra connection this week. So check your intuition. I almost feel like you're gonna see a lot of like signs, but it's also sort of visuals are going to be important for you this week. So I almost want to say to you that I think that this offering that you have for this week, or like what is being offered, is truth here. And even the sword here, it's like pulling out the truth, saying the truth, being direct, necessarily like doesn't have to be like mean or anything. It's just direct, and being very precise with your words. And so that's important. Because I feel like that again is sort of like what you can offer. That is the world and also yourself. Like even in your thoughts, in your words, definitely being precise. So what I want to say with that is like, and also recognizing, thank you, and also recognizing the power of your words, right? And so that's why it's very precise and direct. So now if your words are, if you're being very precise and direct towards saying not so good things about yourself, or maybe not so good things about others, notice that energy. That's important, especially if you're directing it towards yourself. Directing it towards others. Yeah, you don't, like sometimes I often say that we are often like the mirror of other people, are mirrors of our, like wherever people trigger us, there's there's something that we believe there, because otherwise whatever they said just would roll off our backs. But if it hurts, or if it's a sore spot for you, then there's a reason there, not from the other person. We're not even paying attention to why the other person is sending stuff, but it's actually something for us to know that we believe some aspect of that, and that's something that we need to heal ourselves. So I may not necessarily always love it when people poke me in terms of like saying things that like kind of like cause me to react, but now that I look at it that way, I'm much more grateful because then I'm aware of like, hey, that's a sore spot for me, and there has to be something there for me to like, I have to go deep there and heal that, because I believe a part of what they're saying. Otherwise it wouldn't offend me. So I do want to say, just be careful with your words with others and also with yourself, and be on the lookout if there is like, if somebody rubs you the wrong way in a certain way, ask yourself why that is. Or if something that somebody said rubs you the wrong way, it's like, ask yourself why that is. Not why they said it. I mean, like, they, that could be a whole other drama, but why is it bothering you? Why does it like trigger you? And that's an important message coming through here. I love this energy, the Fool, the Queen of Cups. Yep. And then we have the Star and Sun. Look at this. Is this not lovely? In your position, in your truth, in acknowledging your truth. Look at this. You have a new beginning coming this week, which I do enjoy. Again, Queen of Cups energy, highly like intuitive. Like that third eye chakra is really open. And here's the healing that I was talking about. I really want you to I really want you to see that. Like, whenever you're being triggered this week, think of it not as, I know it's hard. But I want you to not think about it as an offense, but rather an offering for you to heal something that you believe, like something that healing yourself. I really want you to think about that. And so that's an important aspect here. Healing this week is super important. Also, if you are a person who does not speak kindly to themselves, right? It could be like, oh, that like is like stupid of me, or something like that. Notice that. Very important. This is a week for healing. And look at this. It's a week of enjoyment. Really, like, look at, I want you to see the momentum that you have this week. You go from the Fool all the way to the Sun. I mean, do you see that? Do you see the ability of progress for this week? I see it. I see this beautiful. I really do. But always, and look at these, and you have two strong queens. You have the Queen of Swords right up there, and you have the Queen of Cups. Intuition, emotionally, and this is the beautiful thing about the Queen of Cups, emotionally mature. And what does that do? That helps us heal, right? Not a tit for tat, but rather, why does something trigger me? What is it saying about me, and what healing I need to do? And that's the work that you're doing this week, my friends. It's an important work, believe me. We have farewell, a desire for worldly pleasures, sadness, loss, and abandonment. Maybe we have sadness and loss and abandonment, but I feel like we are releasing that. Again, the healing star, we're moving on a journey. We're moving towards something. Look at this, a path that we're going. And then we have excited. Seize the day with a fresh outlook. And that's important coming through here. Again, with that, like the Fool energy is guiding us, but the excited is the Sun. It's sort of like where it's guiding us. It's that fresh new outlook, though. Not looking at it here. We here have this. Oh, good job. Sometimes and we have the inner childs here. We're healing our inner child, and when we heal ourselves, really, and that's the Star. When we heal ourselves, that's when the full joy comes in, right? And I know it's like, we're not fighting with whatever somebody else is saying. We're not, like, I'm not even asking you like, oh, fight with yourself about what you're saying, but rather ask yourself why you're saying it. It's like, why are you saying this? Whether you're saying it to yourself or whether you're saying it to somebody else. Like, words are important this week, my friends. Words are important. It's something, it has the power of offering. It's like you're offering them. I think if you're offering the words to the world, would you use those words? If you're offering this to yourself, would you use those words? Very important. All right, so let's see what sweet treats is coming in your life, in terms of radiate. Okay, so you're radiating your light. That's the treat that's coming forward for you. You are, for me, it's not only radiating that you're light, but and with the Sun here, and it is, and with the Star, but it's also that you're opening up, you're blossoming into some, like, even bigger, more strong, more beautiful. I almost feel like it's more like you are connecting to your true self here, and that's what you need this week. So I hope you liked this reading. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing. Please also check out all my videos. I did 2 awesome collaborations, and I'm going to be doing another collaboration Wednesday. With V Love and Tarot, we did why did they ghost you? And then I did another one with Gifted Soul 777 for all your November predictions over the next 30 days. Whenever you watch it, that was also a timeless reading. So thank you so much for being here. I feel honored that I was able to read your cards. Until I see you in the next one, bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, group 2. I'm so happy you are here, my friends. All right, Silver Witch. Oh, I like this one a lot. I actually like all of them. Each card was calling me, like I said. So prophecy, reflection, moon phases. So really here we have the moon phases. I almost feel like there's also a wishing star coming through, a shooting star. So that's important coming. So it's sort of like a wish fulfillment coming through. Again, with the moon, though, phases, it's sort of like knowing the cycles, knowing your cycles this time around. And let's see, Empress. Oh, wow. Look at that. Yes, 100%. I do love this. You have, I feel like you're really kind of recognizing patterns. You're recognizing cycles in life, in your life, and maybe in the life of others. It might be even in the world around you. You're like more perceptive to that as well. The reflection going in. So it's, I feel like, again, it's sort of like, perception is just there all around, but going in within yourself, shifting your perspective, perception, the way you look at things. I almost feel like this week is all going to be rather magical, and it can be because it is, when I'm filming this is a timeless reading, but when I'm filming that, when this is like happening, when I'm releasing it, it is in Halloween. So happy Halloween to all my dear friends, or Dia de los Muertos to my other friends. This is all about shifting your perception. And you're seeing the magic, my friends. I really love that. We have Ace of Wands, we have the 7 of Swords, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Knight of Coins. Okay, my friends. Now, this is going to be interesting because I love that you have the Ace of Wands and then the Ace of Coins. Right. So if you have been feeling, I feel like you've been feeling a little bit blocked. And not only blocked, but I also feel like you've been feeling a little blah. As I like to call it, the blahs, which is sort of like the 4 of Cups energy. So the blahs, you've been feeling maybe a little bit of the blah. New energy coming this week. You have the Ace of Wands, passion and creativity, my friends. And that's what it's all about, passion and creativity. Let that come through. And then I feel that passion and creativity will lead you to this Ace of Coins or Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity, financial abundance, abundance in general, like a good offering. And I do want to say for some of you, this might be like an offering in terms of this Knight of Coins. So somebody who's an earth sign or a very slow and steady kind of individual might be offering you something, might be offering you a new beginning of some kind. It could be business related, or it could be, a little bit more. Not a bad way to go with this week. Knight of Coins, though. For those of you who this is not a person, but rather it is the energy of you doing things little by little by little. Solid foundation, my friends. It is a new beginning, but you want to not, and here's the thing, this is where the 7 of Swords energy is here. You don't want to, I don't want to say cut corners, but I'm going to say cut corners. You don't want to cut corners. You don't want to try to fast forward things. Rather go slow and steady, build a strong foundation. Don't try to be like outsmart whatever it is that you feel like. Oh my goodness. Because I feel like you don't need to do this. You have a lot of like abundance, you have creativity. Go slow and steady. Don't try to speed things up. And if it feels too slow where you're just like, it's okay. I really feel like, because this is where you are, the more you lay the solid foundation, the quicker things are going to speed up. And so that's an important thing. Don't try to I also feel like almost to take on more than you really are capable of doing so right now with that Seven of Swords. I feel like you're kind of like, but rather it's sort of like one thing at a time, building it slow and steady. That's a pretty good one. I want to see what other stuff is come powerful. Try to stop me. Yes. And Valentine's. Yes. Let's look at this. So try to stop me. There is no stopping you, my friend. And that's the thing. The only person, and I want to say that to you, the only person who can stop you now is yourself. Yeah. I know, right? And you don't want to stop yourself. And how do you stop yourself? By possibly taking more on than you can really realistically, by trying to like cut corners in some sort of way. You're like trying to speed through something. That is not the power. That is like giving up when you have all the things. You have everything to succeed, and that's what I want you to see. You have everything you want and need to succeed. Don't try to like but the process does take time, and that's another thing. It does take time. But don't, and it's in the process that's where you get the fun. I know most people will tell you that, and you're like, it's not true. No, it is. That's where the learning, where the growth goes. If you try to fast forward, there's not enough. You might move forward in one way, but take 3 steps back instead of moving 1 step at a time. I hope that makes sense. And then we have here, Valentine's, a new relationship that's going well. Love lost, or romantic disappointment. And I feel for me, it is actually yes. For some of you, this does feel like a new relationship, a new energy coming through here. Something more solid. It's an offering that's like a more solid with this Knight of Cups, with this Knight of Coins. All right, let's see what other what sweet treats are coming for you this week. Oh boy, it's sort of like I feel like a collaboration, my friends. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, I put it upside down. We have 2 things: collaboration, and we have beliefs. And so I actually wanted to point this out. The beliefs here is actually because I was talking to you about, this is actually for 5 of Cups here. That energy of blah. And so I feel like the blah energy is being replaced. But do you believe that? Do you want to let that go? Are you still stuck in the past? I feel like that may be something else coming through. And the collaboration, I do really like this. So you might be collaborating with this new person coming through here. With this Knight of Pentacles. I also just feel, for me, it's always, this is a very tempting, delicious cake, I have to say. So the apples are for me. I almost feel like there's different choices for you. It's sort of like you get to choose, but they're all sweet, and maybe you don't have to do them all at one time, because you can't. You can't eat 3 apples at the same time, my friends. I mean, you could take 1 bite, but then 1 at a time, but then you won't really enjoy one. And I do like this. So take the 1 apple, take the 1 thing, and do it 1 at a time. 1 thing at a time. And if you need help, maybe there's a collaboration coming through. Somebody will help you with it. Always be willing to receive help whenever it is offered, I always say. And then with this beliefs, I really want to say that. I want to say to you, what do you believe in? Do you believe in that 5 of Cups energy that you're stuck in? Or do you believe in the Ace of Cups that I even hear? Like, look how many aces you have. You may not see it, but yes, these are cool. But I am seeing this right here. This beautiful metal is where it's all at. This is where the Ace of Cups is coming through. Right? I see lots of new energy for you. Are you taking advantage of it? Are you perceiving it? Are you looking at the glass half full or half empty, my friend? Are you trying to take on more than you want? To eat the 3 apples all at the same time, your tummy might hurt, and you might also not really appreciate each apple's flavor. I hope that makes sense to you. So thank you so much for being here. Please do consider giving it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. It just helps the channel grow, and it helps me keep coming back for more. Thank you so much. I feel honored to be able to read your cards. Until I see you in the next one. Bye-bye, my dear friends. Hello, my friends from group 3. Oh my goodness, you chose the Goblin Witch. I actually love the Goblin Witch. I have to tell you, I do 100%. There's hoarding, abundance, and clutter. And I get it. I get it, my friends. I come from a long line of hoarders. Oh, and look at this, the chaos. I actually have to say, no, like I said, I come from a long line of hoarders. I get that, and can be very overwhelming, right? When you have too much, it feels like it is very much overwhelming. But what I do want to say to you, my friends, is this. I almost feel like there's a lot of opportunities in the chaos. And so for me, this is sort of like, I feel like you have this abundance of ideas, like an abundance of, I almost feel like energy and vitality. You might need to declutter a little bit. And I don't say that in a mean way at all. I actually mean because I feel like sometimes you need that to clear off so that you can get more to the clear idea. But, and this week, I want you to see that this week is actually, the chaos is beneficial. The clutter is a little bit, I feel like if you can navigate it, if you can navigate the chaos, if you can navigate the clutter, and even I'm almost seeing like you finding a treasure underneath all these all the things, maybe even just kind of going through your clutter, all your different things, and because there's a treasure there, I feel like. And so for me, it's sort of like in the chaos, there's a treasure. But you have to navigate it, and that's the key here. Can you navigate it? I do feel like you're capable of it. There is, like I said, there's potential for great abundance here, for great happiness. I really like this. And normally I'm like, oh, clutter. Because like I said, if you've actually, if you've lived with somebody who's a hoarder, and you know the clutter, I'm often like, nope. I like to clear out things, but sometimes, and it helps. But like I said, sometimes the chaos, that's where the ideas are. I almost want to say in the storm is where after the storm, the fishing is supposed to be awesome, because it's like it moves, and I feel like there's a lot of motion here. I hope that makes sense to hear. Oh, and by the way, happy Halloween, or Feliz Dia de los Muertos, for those who celebrate either of those. And if not, just happy day. Look at that, magician energy. Yep. Okay, I love this, 100%. Okay, magician energy, manifesting. This is what I'm talking about, my friends. This is what I'm talking about. You have this abundance. Well, that's also part of that. The hoarding it's sort of an overabundance of energy. But what happens is sometimes we take on too much energy that might not be helpful, that might not be even ours. So I feel you have this beautiful power, and you just have an abundance of power of being able to manifest the things you need. But here is, and look at the progress here. But here is the thing that's important. I need you to see the abundance in whatever it is, the clutter, in the hoarding. I need you to see the abundance or the potential in the chaos. If you can see it, if you can actually do this, navigate it this week, abundance is yours in its term, in the 9 of Pentacles. I feel like what I'm seeing here is a big opportunity coming through for you. If you are able to, because you're manifesting, but something, I'm gonna talk to you, it's blocking you. You have to shift your perspective. You have to see the potential in the chaos. You cannot, and here is an important thing, this week is not about control. It is not about control. This is not about you being, trying to manipulate things. No. You have I feel like everything is set up, but it's sort of like, nope, not about control at all. And this is what's blocking us here. The blocking could be the ego. And that for me is sort of like trying to control, trying to manipulate situations. No. It's already there. It's already happened. It's already there. You just need to shift your perspective to see the potential, the opportunity in the chaos. Oh boy, and when you do, the Nine of Pentacles, you are a manifester. This is not about you needing to control. This is about allowing for all the beautiful things that you've been wanting. They finally are coming here, but you gotta sift. I gotta sift through a little bit of the clutter. Not controlling it, sift. Shift your perspective, my friends. This is actually, I'm feeling this is a very magical week, my friends. But not listening to the ego. You cannot control this. This is not about, it is not about our lower selves, but rather our higher selves here. So what other things coming here? Rain boot, focus, preparation, hard work, dealing with uncertainty or negativity. And I want you to see this. You're dealing with uncertainty because chaos is uncertain is one of the things. Chaos is just like, oh, it's chaos. Again, you focus on manifestation. Your focus. You've already prepared. You've done the work. It just, I really feel like, especially I feel like you've done the work. Energetically. Yes. You've done the work. You're ready. Everything is ready. You're ready to go. This is it. You're on there. But you gotta be willing to shift your perspective and see the opportunity in the chaos, not the ego. Disappointed. I didn't need it anyway. That's the ego, isn't it? That's the ego. And look at that. I want you, it's sort of like, yeah, I did. And I want you to see these two pictures. Like, I didn't even need you to. I didn't need this. I didn't need it anyway. And so that's the ego here. And I want you to see, so what maybe for some of you, it might be that you're like, oh, this chaos is coming in and you're like, I've lost something. But in reality, no, this is an opportunity. But if we stick in here and we stay in our ego, then maybe we will miss out on it. But I feel like you know this, my friends. You know this, and I know when it's coming through here, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna be ready for it. You know it. Very strong, powerful. I really want you to say that strong, powerful energy coming from here. Look at that sweater. This one I was gonna say, what sweet treats are coming? You have progress. You're making progress, and so what I want you to say here is not that. This isn't the end all and be all, because if you actually see the Nine of Pentacles, I love the Nine of Pentacles. It's a beautiful energy. It's always something I'm striving for, but it's not the end and be all, right? No, that isn't it. There's so much more, right? That's why this is the minor arcanas, but we have the major arcanas, the majors where I would even say this is our 3D selves, but then we have the higher selves, the 5D selves, and that's the major arcana energy. And we're shifting and we're changing. And so we go from the Magician to the Hangman. And the Hangman is a card I do enjoy a lot. Not everybody does. It is able to see opportunities where nobody else can. You can shift your perspective to actually see the opportunities that nobody else can. Why? Because it just isn't. It's much easier to, it's sort of like the Hangman energy for me is actually shifting your perspective to be able to see the 5D. That is the enlightenment. That is what to me, that's why I love the Hangman energy. It can keep you feeling blocked and constrained. Yes, at times it can. If you're struggling with it, if you're trying to like manipulate things. But if you're still and you actually acknowledge it and you actually see, okay, this is not something like life is not doing something to me, but rather for me. And I like that energy a lot. So disappointed. Let's turn that disappointment into something better, into a new opportunity. I really do this and embrace. Embrace, my friend. What are you embracing? You're embracing your strong self, your magician energy. You're embracing the chaos because there's opportunities there for you that you would not be otherwise. I hope you liked this reading. I really do. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing to the channel. It just helps the channel grow, and it helps me keep coming back for more. I am beyond grateful that you are here. Thank you so much. I am honored that I got to read your cards, and until I see you in the next one, bye bye, my dear friends.